Welcome back. So today I'm going to show you this cool little idea for keeping your chargers and batteries really well organized and really easy to use. Also really easy to put away and very convenient to take with you if you need, although this wouldn't be for compact travel. It would be, if you need to take, all your chargers and batteries for a big project or something. I'll have links below to some similar cases like this, but you can also get these, I guess, for free or very cheap. But let me explain the concept here. So the idea is to get a box that has separators, and up until now I had a box like this. The reason I got a new box is because I just got a new drill, so this one broke, so luckily it's under warranty, so I'm returning that, and I ordered a new drill. This cheap case is still a huge amount better than this case because it has separators. I mean, it's also better quality, but it has separators, and these separators make it incredibly convenient and easy to work with this. And when I'm not charging stuff, so for example, if this is not on there and if this is not on there, then I can actually fold it up really easy, and when I open it back up, everything's going to be in the same place. So for example, I can now put it away if I don't need to charge stuff, and then when I need to charge stuff, open it up. And by the way, so I can move it around like this. When I come back, everything's in the same place again. So then I can put everything where it needs to be, start charging stuff again. So incredibly convenient to have these separators. And just to show you how many there are here, there are, that's a little compartment there, that's a big compartment, then there's one there, so, and one long one for the power strip. So this sort of just turned out perfect, even though I wasn't planning to use this as a charging station, but as soon as I put the stuff in there, they fit perfectly. Now this isn't a storage box to keep all your other chargers and stuff, because a lot of us have a place like a box or a drawer full of old or chargers that are not being used. So this one is for chargers that are being used, so your current needed stuff. And when I was using this box that doesn't have any separators, I did try and help it keep it organized with some like elastic here, but this was a huge pain in the butt. It was awful to work with. The cables were constantly in a huge mess, and as soon as I'd try and close it, I mean, it would get, like I'd have cables coming out, or the batteries would get lost in in places like that, or just between the chargers. So I really wasn't happy with this. I just needed somewhere to keep all my chargers and whatever. And it is important to wrap up your cable. So once you find out the correct distance that you need, then wrap up the cable so you don't have a huge bunch of cables going everywhere. When they were in there, I tried to have them organized like this, same things, sort of wrapped to the same to the correct distance that was needed. It was still pretty awful to try and keep this even slightly organized, and it was a pain in the butt to find chargers and anyways, just really quite crap. So I would say if you need to find one of these, you can probably ask some friends maybe, or see if you have any of your own boxes from tools that you don't actually use to store the tools, because for me, all my power tools are not stored in their own boxes. Not that I have a huge amount of power tools, but the few that I have get stored in separate places. So for example, I use my drill all the time, so I have it here, always sort of convenient to reach. I will have links to this, and if you want to spend a bit more on a case, I think about 20-30 pounds depending on the size you want. Actually 40 pounds you get one with wheels as well, with like wheels and a long handle. But you can get yourself a box like this that is super high quality and waterproof and whatever. And also make sure that you get one that's slightly oversized, because yeah, I mean, this one isn't a huge amount bigger, but it really makes a difference to be able to keep all your chargers. And actually in here, I've got all the chargers I normally have, plus this new huge one that takes up a ton of space. Let me show you what I've got in here so you get an idea of how many different things you could have in a kit like this, and also how easy it is to reach everything. So here what I've got is, I've got one here that's for my Canon camera, and then Sony camera right here. Nice bit of space for batteries here, 4-plug extension piece. Then over here, beard trimmer, and the charger for it. These batteries, I forgot what they're called, but for torches. And AA's and AAA's, get charged here, and there's still more space. You know, I could put a little charger there. Here there's space. Now, another great reason to have a charging station like this is that it gives you some separation between your chargers and batteries and the stuff outside it, which could be, you know, flammable stuff like carpets, or it could be water spilling onto it, whatever. As you should know, chargers and batteries are both somewhat of a fire risk. High quality chargers and batteries are much less of a fire risk, but still somewhat, you know, a very small fire risk. But low quality, cheap batteries and chargers, and sometimes it's kind of hard to know which ones are good and which ones are not, those are very much a fire hazard, and in my opinion should never be left charging alone. Whether you have a case like this or not, you should, in my opinion, never leave chargers running while you're not around. For example, overcharging lithium batteries is very much a fire risk. They create huge fireballs, and even things that are not quite as bad as that can create a small spark, which can then cause a fire. Now, I'm not saying that a case like this is fireproof, not at all. I'm just saying that this is, in my opinion, a slight improvement in safety. Now, another really useful thing about having a charging station like this is that it gives you a place to keep all your empty batteries. So for example, I know that these are empty because as soon as they run out, I put them in here. Or if I come back from a shoot, I take all the empty ones, put them in here. And then, you know, one by one I charge them. As soon as they're done charging, like this one, then I'll take it, put it right back into the camera bag. So I know that's all the ones in there are full and ready to go. And then, for example, the torch batteries would go in there. So, you know, they're here next to the torch. And the chargers that need to get used daily, which is basically the phone and the laptop, they go here on this little coffee table thing, because this is much more convenient. And these are ones that I need to charge, you know, fairly often, but not every single day, which is the reason that I want to have them in this case that can be put away very easily. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Visit my channel for lots more awesome filmmaking and photography videos, like lighting techniques, DIY projects, behind the scenes tutorials, cameras, lenses, adapters, shoulder rigs, stabilizers, flashes, LEDs, microphones, bags, straps, studio backgrounds, tripods, float heads, sliders, multi-tools, and lots more cool stuff!